So, hey folks, welcome to IT Rockstars. My name's Scott Miller. This is the podcast where we help you grow your IT business, but also pretty much our primary focus is marketing your IT business. On today's show, we're doing a little bit of a mini series here. The last few people that we've had on the show, it's all been about video, how they're marketing their IT business using video. So this person that's on today popped up on my LinkedIn feed. I'm really not sure how I connected with this person on LinkedIn at all. I just started seeing their videos appear almost every single day. Now, if you follow myself on LinkedIn, you probably see a lot of my videos. So I thought, this is interesting because it's someone else that's using very much the same marketing model as I do for my business. So I really like to find out from Nathan Edwards of Allmass Networks, based in Lakewood, Colorado, his experience so far using video. So Nathan, welcome to the show. First question, when did you start doing videos online? When was the first video that you posted online?
I started doing it back in February. I just decided one day that, because I've only been in business for less than a year, about 10 months or so now.
Okay.
And in my area, the whole MSP IT provider scene is kind of crowded. So I was like, there's got to be a way I can differentiate myself. And what better way? Because no one's going to read these blog posts I write. They're long and people don't want to give me clicks, right? But if I can just pop up in their LinkedIn feed and their Facebook feed every day with a short video that they're likely to watch, that seems like a pretty good way. So I just went for it and started doing Facebook Lives every day.
So what was the main driver behind that? Is it to generate more interest for your business? Is that
yeah. That's the main thing. But I also make sure that it's not just sales pitches every day. Uh-huh. Right. So I try to at least provide educational content that people can get something out of.
Okay. I see. So the content that you're putting out there, do you have any sort of structure to it? Is it just what's on your on your mind during the day, or how do you kind of structure your content?
Yeah. So the goal is for my area, you only have about 2 minutes of people's attention. Okay. So videos are about 2.5 minutes tops. And then I try to talk about, because the core focus of my business is cybersecurity. Here in the US, we've got the National Security Agency, which is, our cyber spy agency. I'm actually accredited with the NSA. Okay. So I try to leverage that in business. But so, yeah, I try to talk about, any notable cybersecurity stuff in kind of layman's terms. And then if I don't have anything, sometimes I'll do IT vocabulary to help out people who may not really understand fully what I'm talking about. Like they don't know what a server is, for instance. So, explain what a server is. That way the next time, they're in a conversation with maybe their IT provider, they can at least talk on equal footing and kind of have an intelligent back and forth.
I see. Okay. So when you started posting these videos out, did you have any in the back of your head? Did you have any fear, or I'm just trying to figure out your personality type here more than anything else. But many other IT business owners that I speak to before usually what happens is they join an IT Rockstars to market their IT business, and then I mentioned our MSP Video Academy. They've always got an excuse why they don't want to do videos. So did you have any excuses or fears or anything like that in your head?
Oh, absolutely. So I actually started doing YouTube videos, like maybe once every couple weeks, 5 to 6 minutes beforehand. And those were okay because, I could edit them and pare them down. Mm-hmm. So, if I said something stupid, I could just cut it out. No big deal. And it was terrifying going live because as IT guys, right, we love predictability, we love structure, we love having control over the situation. And this is the complete polar opposite of what that is, right? So you just have to go with it. Like I've got a live video where my cat just jumps in my lap.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, can't edit it. Just
so you're going live as well on video. It's not edited or recorded.
Yeah, because if I had the opportunity to edit it, I would never post it.
I love this structure because what I've always tell my members, IT Rockstars, when you're you're posting out content. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's consistent. So do you find, since you've been posting up daily, like I noticed on your network, you're around about almost the 400 mark on connections there at the moment. So you've got quite a good network size. What type of viewing are you getting off a video? What type of numbers are you looking at?
So not a whole lot at the moment.
Okay.
A lot of it is I'm still in the who is this guy phase. So, and typically, people, it was really nice, a couple of years ago, back before the Cambridge Analytic thing, where Facebook would send every single person who followed you a notification when you went live. Now they have to turn that function on.
Okay.
So that would have been amazing, because then you notify everybody that knows about you that you're going live. So haven't got I've gotten engagement and shares, sure, but not like tons of it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's really the importance in making sure that you're not just pitching people every day. You're actually providing some kind of value.
So I know when I started doing this, I started doing it back in January last year, January 2019. And I was doing it, it sounds as though it's similar to yourself. So I go live on Facebook first, then I download the video and upload it to LinkedIn. Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
Yeah. I just do it on mobile so I can download it and then re-upload it everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm doing the same thing. But when I started back in January last year, the LinkedIn, I had a really good success with. No, I was actually only posting out the videos to my connections. So there's an option when you post out the video if you want everyone to see it or just your connections. So I've only been doing it to my connections. And I was probably getting around about 300 views per video. But then back in October, it completely dropped off. So I've got around about 1,000 connections on LinkedIn. And it dropped off, and it sits around about the 40 to 50 views mark, which is fine because there's an audience there. But yeah, bring back the old days, I think, when everyone got a notification. So have you went through the application for LinkedIn Live yet at all, Nathan?
I've thought about it, but at this point in time, getting me to do one live video a day is pushing it. So I'm at least disciplined enough to do it every day. Okay. But having to record the same video twice might be a little taxing.
Yeah. Okay. So what type of things can we see in the future from you, Nathan? Have you got any plans for your videos? What your structure is going to be going forward? Are you going to continue with these daily videos that you're doing?
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to continue the daily videos, and a couple things that I've debated doing like longer lives on is like hacking demonstrations, or things that even non-technical people would enjoy.
Okay.
So doing longer lives, like showing how to hack a PC through Adobe Flash, for instance.
All right. Okay. So that's something you've done in the past.
Yeah, and through using Metasploit, you can set all that up, and it's pretty painless, but it's a good kind of a wow factor. Okay. For people. So.
Okay, so you're maybe looking at more of demonstrations then? So penetration testing. Here's how we do a penetration test.
Something like that, and do it, maybe at certain times. Like if I could do like a Friday night, some special thing or something, I might go that route. But
okay.
Yeah, definitely going to keep giving the daily little sound bites for sure.
So your LinkedIn network, do you target people on there? Are you like connecting with the prospects that you're looking for, or are you just?
Yeah. So there's this wonderful tool out there called Reference USA, and despite its name, it's available in pretty much every country. Your local library probably has it. So what I'll do is, say I want to talk to law firms where I've got law firms in the metro area within 25 miles of me with 10 employees or more, for instance. Mm-hmm. I can pull up a list and name of every executive at that company.
Oh, wow.
And so what I do is I add those people on LinkedIn, and the goal ultimately is to get them from LinkedIn to Facebook.
Okay.
The problem is that a lot of people are still stuck in this mindset that Facebook is personal. and they're kind of wary about friending you. Like if you got and tried to friend a prospect, they may not accept, right? So the goal is to build familiarity and then have them join I also have built a Facebook group.
Have you? Okay.
Where for, local business owners, I'm trying to get them to siphon over into that where I can start getting them to interact with me on Facebook a little more, because the advertising costs are a little cheaper on Facebook.
So is that the main reason you're trying to drive people to Facebook, is because you can, I'm assuming, are you retargeting people then if they're going to your website, or are you doing that? Okay.
We've got all the pixel stuff set up.
Yeah, I see that. I'm on your site just now. So are you actively running any sort of retargeting videos, or are you telling people to join your group? I've attempted that myself actually, but I realized that you can't actually run an ad to join a group.
Yeah. So the goal is to, once I get a decent enough audience, to start running a regular retargeting ad.
Okay.
And then every time I go to networking events or I meet somebody, I'm always like, hey, you should join this Facebook group, because taking advantage of the current lockdown we're in here, a lot of people are getting kind of desperate for human interaction. Yeah. So, I make sure to post something in the group every day. It's still relatively small, but try to get some engagement there, get people talking to each other. And
okay, cool. That sounds like a really good strategy. And it's kind of what I've seen to be working. I follow a number of marketers online, and they're doing something similar where they're trying to get people to Facebook and then join the group. And then once they're in the group, then you can kind of appear in their timeline more often. So back to that reference USA, for you gave us the example of, I think it was legal. Is that your ideal type of customer? Is it lawyers? What's your ideal customer?
So my big thing is customers with personally identifiable information. So law firms, doctors, accountants. So in the US, we don't have a federal data protection law, really, but each state is starting to pass their own. And the one here in Colorado is pretty tough.
Okay.
So the bar for personal identifiable information is so low that it's to the point where even, small businesses, 1-2-man shops have to start worrying about this stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because go ahead.
Yeah, so this is any type of business that's holding personal information on their customers.
Yeah, that's my target market.
Okay, so that's been quite wide then. I mean, I could think like e-commerce has been like a massive one just now.
Yeah, and it really depends, I guess, where they're located at, but it's yeah. It's a wide market for sure. It's just a matter of finding a way into it.
Okay. So I mean, the main reason for that is anyone that's watching. So if you do share this video, people know that you're the go-to place. So actually one of my last questions here, Nathan, for you, All Mace Networks. What is the reason behind that name?
So the actual reason is that all the other cool names I came up with were taken.
Okay.
So the URLs were taken, and so diving into history, and also I was playing Final Fantasy 14 at the time.
Okay, is that why there's a sword in your logo?
Yeah. So the main class I play is Paladin, right? And at the time, the relic weapon for Paladin was the Almace, right? Okay. So it had historical reference. So I'm like, I can do this. It's fine. I'll make it work. So
now I understand. It's some sort of gaming reference. So
yeah,
I've got a colleague that he's really into his games. He's like, he's talking about, I think it's Half-Life, and he's like, you need to get an Oculus Rift, Scott, so you can play Half-Life. And I'm like, I don't have time, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Nathan, I think that's it. I really want to get a feel for the structure of the videos you're doing and how you're doing it, because it aligns so, it looks very similar to the way that I'm doing it. So I was really trying to get some information out of you there. So I think one of the things that I was not aware of, so when I am telling our members here at IT Rockstars, okay, if you're looking to build up a prospects list, go to Google and look for all the lawyers in your local area. But you've mentioned this reference USA, which I've literally just Googled to check it out and find out what the database is. So is there anything that you'd like to tell our audience whilst you're on here, Nathan?
Yeah. So the big key is consistency. It's kind of human nature, right? We do something for a little bit, we don't get a response, and we say, well, screw that.
Yeah.
So the more people see your face and see your videos in their timeline, like it's going to eat at them slowly. And you'll kind of, it sounds really underhanded, but I promise it's not, right? So they'll eventually start to like trust you and recognize you as a credible person, as long as you're providing them with value. So,
cool.
I know people that have done this it took them a year to start getting actual like leads and stuff off of it. But the big thing is, just be consistent.
So where did who have you modeled this on other people? Did you learn it somewhere, or like?
I did some digging on on ad agencies and stuff. And
okay. Is there anyone in particular?
Traffic and Funnels is a,
okay.
I've
seen their ads.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of retargeting from them, and I've also done some work with Chris Weiser.
Okay.
And it was one of his recommendations as well. So I'm trying to and there's other like blogs and stuff I just stumble across. So I try to gather all the information I can and kind of come up with my own strategy.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much modeled what I do off of, it was Frank Kern. I followed him for years.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a course back in end of 2018 called Intent-Based Branding, which was basically appearing in everyone's timeline on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So this is the last question I've got for you then, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be taking a break from it? Are you literally going to be going daily for the next 365 days, or how is that going to work?
That's the plan. Go daily into the foreseeable future.
That's pretty full on. So 2018, I did it. I did it for 2 months, and then I had to take a break. And I do it like I kind of rotate it now. So I'll take maybe 30 days off or 60 days off and do 15 days. But that is full on.
I guess the good thing is that, IT is such a big world that we have tons of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
If I can't come up with anything, I'll go to the Register or Slashdot. I'll start reading articles and just do a quick summary.
Yeah, and that is definitely the way to do it, because if you were a tax accountant or something like that, I think it maybe be a little bit more difficult trying to keep the interest. But.
Absolutely.
Cool, Nathan. All right, so where can people reach you?
You can hit me up on my website. I post blog entries and YouTube videos every week. Other than that, hit me up on social media. I'm always more than willing to talk to people, so we'll put some links here in the description, and
we'll get that.
To reach out.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Nathan, and thanks for watching today. If you are an IT business or an MSP looking to generate more qualified leads, check out itrockstars.net. We have a formula there which actually does include video, and once you're a member there, you can find out about how we're doing it with video as well. Everything that Nathan said today has been awesome. Loved it, Nathan. So thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Catch you guys and girls later on. Bye-bye.